years young. We love to care for these animals and celebrate them each and every day. Now I just have one question for all of you. Are you ready to meet some dolphins? That is great because they are so ready to meet all of you. First up, we have one of our largest dolphins here at Dolphin Stadium coming to give you a big dolphin-style wave hello. Everybody look to the glass and wave back. This is Melanie. And last, but certainly not least, we have our California girl. She's going to be showing you how high she can fly. Everybody watch out, she's coming to the soap zone. This is Malibu. And of course, we can't forget about the dedicated trainers who care for these animals each and every day. Please say hello to our talented team. Well, these animals have a ton of energy and they love to have fun. So let's watch as they show us how they celebrate life. My name is Nadia and I actually grew up here in San Diego, and because of that I can tell you about all of the amazing wildlife that we have here. From tide pooling and looking at sea anemones to snorkeling and watching the sea lions swim along the coast, ever since I was little I've been interested in interacting with animals any way I could. But as I got older I realized that my main passion was in marine mammals. Growing up in San Diego also meant that I came to SeaWorld almost every weekend growing up. This is where I got to see some of the same animals animals I saw in the ocean up close, and I got to learn a little bit more about them. This is also where I got to witness the amazing relationships the animals here share with their trainers. Now I'm so glad I got to see all this growing up, but I know that's something not everyone has the opportunity to experience. SeaWorld allows people from all over the world to come learn about marine life and conservation. And these two animals are great examples of ambassadors for their species, which is why my friend Charles, that's you, gets to come up here and meet one of them. Everyone, let's give Charles a warm San Diego welcome. All right, head on up these stairs. Yeah, come on up all the way to the top, and in just a second, our friend Melanie is gonna make her way over. Now, Melanie is our largest dolphin. We're gonna give her a wave. 2 hands up like this, ready? She's gonna wave back to us. Great job, you guys. All right, now that there's been a little bit of a formal introduction, why don't you give her a couple snacks? There you go, just toss it in, perfect. Awesome, great job. Now we're gonna ask Melody to make a couple sounds for us. Ready? So take 2 fingers up like this and bounce them up and down. Oh my goodness. Whoa! Do you have any idea what she said? Oh yeah, I think she said E. Right? That sounded a little bit more like it. All right, Melanie loves a back rub, so reach on over and see what she feels like. She's a big girl, she weighs about 700 pounds. All right, take that hand back for me. Melanie and I are gonna head over this way. I would love for you to take a step off of those stairs. One more. Perfect. And turn around, face all of your new fans. I don't know why you guys are so worried. Melanie's just gonna pose for that photo behind you. And I'm gonna make sure I'm out of the way. Oh, no. You guys. I had no idea that Melanie was gonna do that. Everybody, let's give it up for Melanie and her new friend Charles. Great job, you can go ahead and take a seat. All right, now all of you have had a chance to meet a couple of our bottlenose dolphins, but there's another animal that calls Dolphin Amphitheater home, and those are our 2 short-fin pilot whales. Pilot whales can be found throughout our global oceans and are close relatives to both orcas and the dolphins you just met. Both of our pilot whales are rescues, which means they share the same unique story. One of the best parts of getting to work so closely with them is getting to know them. And I'd love to take this moment to tell you all a little bit more about Ava and Piper. Ava and Piper were part of a mass stranding of 22 pilot whales that took place off the coast of Florida back in 2012. At the time of their rescue, they were estimated to be only 3 months old and they weighed only 300 pounds. After their rescue, they were taken to SeaWorld Orlando for round-the-clock care and rehabilitation with intent of releasing them back to the wild. But because of their age at the time of rescue, they were deemed non-releasable by the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission. They eventually found their forever home right here at SeaWorld San Diego. Now, over 10 years later, Ava and Piper have learned and grown so much. They now weigh over 1,700 pounds each, and their personalities have definitely flourished as well. Ava's a super bright and bubbly whale, loves to interact with all of you out here by splashing you, so watch out. And Piper's a little bit more quiet and reserved, but loves spending that one-on-one time building deep and meaningful relationships with all of her trainers. Pilot whales have a zest for life. They're playful and curious. One of the best ways we can build our relationships with them is through a little bit of playtime. So please watch as we share this very special playtime with Ava, Piper, and their trainers. Now, you all don't want to go anywhere just yet because we have a grand finale planned for all of you. But if you do need to leave Dolphin Amphitheater before our presentation is over, we ask that you exit up and out towards the back for our safety, our animal safety, and of course all of your safety. We are truly lucky to get to care for Ava and Piper, but they are just a drop in the ocean of animals that SeaWorld has come to the aid of. In fact, since opening its doors over 60 years ago, SeaWorld has come to the aid of over 42,000 animals company-wide. And right here at SeaWorld San Diego, we were able to rescue over 450 animals last year alone. We couldn't have done this without our rescue team and, of course, support from all of you. So thank you all for being here today. You all deserve a huge round of applause.